The life and sad ending of Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins was born Henry Lawrence Garfield on February 13th, 1961 in Washington, D.C., USA, to Iris and Paul Garfield. His parents divorced when he was 3 and he was raised by his mother. He had a very unhappy childhood as he was beaten up by his mother's boyfriend. Growing up, he was very insecure and developed depression. However, help came in the form of a teacher who encouraged the scrawny boy to lift weights, which helped to boost his confidence. He attended a strict all-boys school called the Bullis School. It was here that he realized his interest in writing. He enrolled at the American University in Washington, D.C., but dropped out after a single semester in 1979. He struggled to make a living after dropping out of college and worked at several minimum wage jobs to make ends meet. During this time, he also got started active with a local music scenario and gained in popularity working as a roadie for some bands. He adopted the name Henry Rollins when he started performing. In 1980, he joined the punk band formerly called the Extorts, which was renamed to The State of Alert. He served as the band's leading singer, who also wrote the lyrics. Henry was just 19 at the time and was beginning to enjoy the attention he was getting. He was a big fan of the band Black Flag and attended many of their concerts. The band's vocalist, Diz Cadena, wanted to switch to guitar and asked Henry to replace him as the vocalist, an offer he was delighted to accept. He joined them in 1981. Henry Rollins played several concerts with the band and built up his own fan base along the way too. Black Flag disbanded in 1986, and Rollins went on to pursue a career as an independent artist. He collaborated with guitarist Chris Haskett and released a hardcore punk record, Hot Animal Machine, in 1987. It was followed by the release of the album Big Ugly Mouth in the same year. In 1987, he formed the Rollins Band with Haskett, Andrew Weiss, and Sim Kane. Andrew was the bassist while Sim played the drums. Their live sound engineer was Theo Van Rock, who was also credited as a band member. Their debut album, Lifetime, was released in 1987, followed by the release of Do It, their first EP. Rollins began to appear in films in the 1980s. Throughout his film career, progressed only into the 90s, when he got the chance to appear in the movie The Chase, Heat, and Lost Highway. He started hosting a weekly radio show, Harmony in My Head, in May of 2004. He played different genres of music on the show, including hard rock, blues rock, punk, heavy metal, jazz, and classical music. In April of 2006, he started hosting a weekly television talk show, The Henry Lawrence Show, which featured interviews with celebrities and musical performances. The show ran for 2 seasons and ended in September of 2007. In addition to being a singer and actor, Rollins is also the author of several books, including Black Coffee Blues, Do I Come Home Often, See a Grown Man Cry, and Now Watch Him Die. He is best known as the founder of the rock group Rollins Band, which also featured his friend Chris Haskett. The band was very popular during the 90s and produced hits like Low Self-Opinion and Liar. Their music was uncompromising and intense. He won a Grammy Award for Best Spoken Word Album in 1994 for his audiobook version of his memoir, Get in the Van. Rollins is a very solitary person and enjoys being alone. He is not married and does not have any girlfriend. He is totally committed to his work and finds utmost satisfaction in it. You can get away with a lot of shit if it looks like it's all you know how to do. After all, what we remember will give birth to each person's character, so find your own ideal. Well, no matter how difficult it is at the moment, I hope you will keep your mind and pursue what you have set out to do. Wish him peace. Wish you always happy.